The Mexican grey wolf is in grave danger, and time is running out. For the fourth consecutive year, their genetic diversity has plummeted, leaving this iconic species teetering on the brink of extinction. But here's where it gets controversial. Despite the alarming decline, conservation efforts seem to be falling short, and some strategies are even sparking heated debates among experts. 30 wildlife organizations have now joined forces, urgently calling for reforms to curb these losses and restore the wolves' genetic health. But will it be enough? In a bold move, these groups have penned a letter to the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, Arizona Game and Fish Department, and New Mexico Department of Game and Fish, demanding science-based actions. Their plea? Release more wolf families from captivity, where genetic diversity is a staggering 37% higher than in the wild. And this is the part most people miss. They're also advocating for allowing Mexican grey wolves to mate with northern grey wolves, a practice that occurred naturally for thousands of years. Could this be the key to their survival? Or is it a risky gamble? Michael Robinson, a senior conservation advocate, puts it bluntly. Mexican wolves won't recover unless agencies restore as much genetic diversity as can be salvaged from what's already been squandered. The last successful release of a well-bonded wolf family was back in 2006, and their offspring thrived, boosting genetic diversity in 2008. So why hasn't this strategy been repeated? Regan Downey from the Wolf Conservation Center argues that resuming family group releases is the best way to address this crisis, pointing to the success of the Meridian Pack. But here's the catch. Since 2016, captive-born pups have been cross-fostered into wild dens, yet only 24 out of 99 have survived their first year. Is this approach truly effective, or are we just creating heartwarming stories at the expense of the wolf's future? The situation is further complicated by the removal of genetically valuable wolves from the wild. Just this year, agencies have shot a pregnant female, a pup, and captured 4 more wolves, with snipers targeting the adult son of the slain female. Michelle Lute, a wolf conservation expert, warns that these actions are actively dismantling recovery efforts. Science is clear. Wolves recover in family packs, not as orphaned pups or isolated individuals, she emphasizes. But what if the agencies continue to prioritize management boundaries over genetic resilience? Claire Musser from the Grand Canyon Wolf Recovery Project argues that restricting wolves to areas like Interstate 40 undermines both science and recovery, as natural dispersal is crucial for genetic health. And this is where it gets even more contentious. Some experts, like David Parsons, suggest that carefully managed crossbreeding with other grey wolf subspecies could restore lost genes. Yet, managing agencies refuse to consider this option, leaving many to wonder, are they missing a critical opportunity? Or is this a step too far? As Mary Catherine Ray poignantly notes, losing the Mexican grey wolf a second time due to human mismanagement would be nothing short of tragic. So, here's the question we must all grapple with. Are current conservation strategies enough to save the Mexican grey wolf? Or do we need to rethink our approach entirely? What do you think? Is crossbreeding a viable solution? Or should we stick to family pack releases? Let's spark a discussion. The fate of these majestic creatures may depend on it.